keep light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 'Cause you are.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, everybody. Lovely to be with you today, and I wish you all Happy New Year, even though we're actually now nearing the end of January. So today we are going to be looking at the story from the book of Acts when Paul and Silas are in prison. So things that you're going to need today, well, you've got a science experiment to do today. So you're going to need some pepper and some water and some washing up liquid in a dish to put it in for that today. The other things you're going to need are, for our prayer activity, are some paper chains and maybe some sellotape or some glue to attach those, or some pens and pencils to write on and decorate those with. And then you'll also find in your pack, you'll find the story of Paul and Silas singing in jail, and then some activity sheets as well. So let's see today's story. Now, Paul and Silas are in prison. How do you think they might have been feeling? When you watch this film today, have a think about whether they've reacted the way that you would expect them to.
This is a story of joy even when things feel really tough. You can find it in the Bible, in the book of Acts, chapter 16, verses 22 to 40. And I'm going to call this story Unchained Melody. So, there's this jailer, right? And he's not a very happy person. In fact, he's really quite miserable. And he's got two troublesome prisoners. They're called Paul and Silas. The jailer's been told to guard them very carefully because they're Christians. What the jailer doesn't know is that Paul and Silas have been locked up unfairly for talking about Jesus. Anyway, it's late one night and the jailer wants to catch 40 winks. But as the jailer dozes off, he hears singing coming from one of the cells. It's Paul and Silas singing. The jailer's like, "What? Why on earth are they singing? What do they have to be happy about? They're in prison." The jailer realizes that they're singing songs of praise to God. Well, this is a miserable place, he thinks. I don't know how anyone could be happy enough to sing. Even I'm miserable, and I'm not one of the prisoners. The jailer thinks. Well, at least it will be nice to fall asleep to. And so the jailer starts to doze off again. But suddenly, there's an earthquake! The jailer wakes up and all of the doors in the jail are open. "Oh no, they must have escaped," the jailer says. "What am I going to do?" But Paul calls out and says, "Don't worry, our chains fell off during the earthquake, but we're still here." And the jailer is all like, "What? They're still here?" The jailer thinks, man, there's something different about these guys. He decides to ask them, "Why are you so joyful? And how are you so joyful?" And then Paul and Silas look at each other and Paul says, "Joy comes from knowing that Jesus is your friend. He's your friend when things are good. He's your friend when things are bad. That's why I can have joy even when times are tough." Wow. The jailer thinks this sounds amazing. He makes a meal for Paul and Silas and asks how he can be friends with Jesus. He's happier than he's been in a long time. So happy, in fact, that he starts to sing. An unchained melody from Paul and Silas, and now the jailer. Paul and Silas were released without charge, and the jailer? Well, he isn't so miserable anymore.
inside out, that the world will see you live in me. Shine from the inside out, that the world will see you live in me. You know me and you love me, you feel me, so send me to shine from the inside out, that the world will see you live in me. Shine from the inside out, that the world will see you live in me. Shine from the inside out, that the world will see you live in me. Shine from the inside out, that the world will see you live in me. Know me, love me, feel me, send me. Know me, love me, feel me, send me. Oh, know me, love me, feel me, send me. To shine from the inside out, that the world will see you live in me. Shine from the inside out, that the world will see you live in me. You know me and you love me, you feel me, so send me. Know me, love me, feel me, send me. Know me, love me, feel me, send me. Know me, love me, feel me, send me. To shine.
Okay, so Matilda is going to do a little science experiment this morning. We've got a dish to put our water into. We've got a jug of water. We've got some pepper in a bowl here, and we've got some washing up liquid, okay? So I'm going to film Matilda doing this science experiment now. So Matilda has put some water into the dish first there. She's now going to sprinkle on some pepper. She's taking some washing up liquid. And she's going to squirt that into the middle of the dish. Right, Tildy, can you turn the bottle so I can... There we go. Oh, what's happened to all the pepper?
It's turned around to the corners.
It's gone out to the corners. So, in the story of Paul and Silas today, they were chained up in jail. So today what we're going to do is we're going to make some prayer type chains. So you can choose really what you want to write and draw on these. You can either write something you would like to pray for, something that you're thankful for, or maybe something you're joyful for. Seeing as we're thinking about that idea that Paul and Silas were joyful even at a very dark point. Okay, so you can decorate them, add what you want to them, and then glue or sellotape them up and start to make a chain out of them. So Matilda's going to make hers now. Okay, hold up your chain then, Matilda. So Matilda has made her prayer chain. So on there are all things that we can pray for and things that we can be joyful about. So what have we put on our chain, Matilda?
Teachers, water, love, hope, friends, family, home, Jesus, food, and pets.
Okay. Thank you. Lovely. What an amazing story. Paul and Silas had been locked away for preaching about Jesus, but even though they were at such a low point and locked behind bars, they were still joyful. They were still singing, they were still praising God. This confused the jailer, didn't it? However, even when they had the chance to escape, they didn't. They chose to share their love of Jesus with the jailer. At the moment, it can feel really hard, can't it? Because we can't be where we want to be sometimes, we can't see the people we want to see. So I pray that today, the activities that you have done and the story of Paul and Silas just remind you about those things in life that you are joyful about. And please always remember that Jesus is there with you in the good and in the bad times. Have a fantastic week, everybody. Bye.
'Cause you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 'Cause you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you, I worship you. 'Cause you are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who